Well, thanks for having me. As you can tell, I have an accent. I'll get out of the way. It's Australian. I'm born and bred in Sydney, Australia, and now live in Athens, Greece, where we're based as a company. So I'm going to take through you a short little talk today, talking about setting the stage on for AI in learning today. And the clicker. Green magical button, I gather. The big green one. The top one. Ah, the top one. Right. Oh my God. Talking about tech. Okay, so. AI. I've opened up with this notion that there's a lot of noise at the moment. And the thing that we need to go through is three particular areas in my view. I've been in the industry for over 30 years, and remember the days when we had filing cabinets and software pretty much transitioned it to, digital cabinets, I would say, and now with this new era, we're entering a brand new paradigm. But the reality is that we're in a hype cycle right now. We're in the hype phase. I'd say this year everyone's sort of needing to deploy AI in some way, shape, or form because our organizations and partners are telling us we have to, not knowing why sometimes, but we just have to. There will be a trough of disillusionment coming using the Gartner hype cycle where they'll be like, oh my God, we've spent so much money. What are we going to do now? Most of our budget's gone. And the adoption, what does it mean to adopt AI in that sense? And then the last thing, this notion of high performance is really important. So, is it are we looking at it from a half glass full or half glass empty perspective? Gonios, okay, amazing character in a beautiful series called Lord of the Rings, is an important sort of emblem for me at the moment this year, which is the magic stick fallacy, right? We all believe that this AI thingy-majiggy, as we say in Sydney and Australia, is going to solve everything. And the reality is, it's just the beginning, and it's not going to solve everything. It's just a tool and an enabler. And as the wizard was, he was there to sort of share some wisdom and light and so forth. So does the opportunity of AI can actually do the same. So let's not forget that it's a magic stick, and it is that at the moment, and just that. The other reality is that AI is bringing an exoskeleton, my apologies, to what we do. We need to be thinking about AI in the sense of it being a shield, an armor, a way to sort of bring magical, strong capabilities to us, not replacing humans in any way, shape, or form, but augmenting and bringing them powers that actually don't exist right now. And with that comes a challenge and an opportunity, which is we just can't be looking at this thing as just a pilot exercise. It needs to be recognized that it's beyond pilots, shifting towards proof of concepts that are going to go into a day-to-day operating mode. The other reality is that we see, and we are going through our own challenges with AI as a company. We're 310 staff, and we're transitioning as well. And I'll talk a bit about what we're doing quite quickly soon. The other reality is that I'm a big lover of Formula One. That's the other reality. This is an AI-generated image of the Singapore Grand Prix. And one thing that I believe in, it's the movie that I loved most last year was Formula One. I saw it 3 times with Brad Pitt, and there was a scene in the movie that actually had Brad was talking about him being in this flow, right? When he was driving at 350 kilometers an hour, and in the flow state, it's what he got excited by. And with that in mindset and notion, this really recognizes us that AI is going to eliminate a lot of friction in everything that we're doing. If we think about the technologies that we're doing, even our own in many sense, there is a lot of friction and processes that need to basically be ultimately eliminated or taken away. And the whole point that I wanted to share with this particular part of my talk today is the fact that the interfaces are going to change. Expect that. Don't resist it. It's what learners expect and want to do. And one mindset shift that needs to happen is that whole technology way of how we do things will actually force things to basically force things to happen faster and better for people. So, this is my belief, is that I'm a big half-glass full mentality kind of a guy, and I do believe that we have an opportunity here to basically enable every single one of our employees in all of our organizations and customers and partners to become superheroes, right? If we think about the way work and things operates, half of the things that we do, if we think about a jobs to be done mindset, half of the things that we do are mundane tasks that don't want to be waking up to on a Monday morning to go and do at the end of the day, right? So what we need to try and look at is actually unlocking that and reversing that with the power of AI, and actually incorporate into our learning and learning processes and capabilities. And the three fundamental things that are going to come through: simple, powerful tools, integrated infrastructure, and empowerment of humans in essence. And that in itself, those three type of pillars of needs will enable us to all become superheroes, as we say. And within our own organization, we're going through a practical AI program exercise ourselves. Every single one of us in our own organization is learning to adapt and utilize AI in one shape or form in our own way to start with. And then secondly, very interestingly, we are also going through a storytelling program. Every single one of us is learning how to storytell, from our junior developers to our CEO, to our board members, to myself. We are learning how to storytell. Why is this really important? It's actually important because we are learning to communicate again in the ways that we should. Why is that really important? Guess what? To prompt, you need to know and understand how to communicate. So it's really, really important. It's one little magical point I'd like to make is every single person here needs to learn how to storytell better, and our organizations as well. So our next step is to lead the change as learning leaders, in our view, have a beautiful opportunity to really drive this change going forward, reject the noise, recognize we're at the beginning of something that's going to be transformed in the next few hundred years, right? So we're at the beginning. And I remember the dot-com days, guys, when it was quite crazy times at the time. And, look what happened to the internet. This is going to be bigger than the internet. So we're at the point right now where there's a lot of noise. I'm saying reject the noise and just take a breath. Take a breath and just analyze everything. The second thing is to empower your people. Don't be afraid. Don't block it. Enable it. The reality is you need to do it in a measured way, because AI is expensive at the moment. Buying tokens and actually utilizing it and spending it, we will be spending a lot of money in ourselves, and many of yourselves as well will be spending a lot of money in basically driving AI adoption. The reality is AI adoption equals high token spend, which means high cost, right? We're seeing a shift in our organization and our customers as well, in that a budget line item that didn't exist now in the past is astronomically going up big time. So it's something to recognize. Enable it, but also measure it and track it really well. And the last thing is elevate humanity. It's so important to actually bring the best of everybody now to the front line and to the front capabilities of being human again is something. One little mantra that I believe in now is to be human is to be offline, which is such a powerful statement in my view. Being in the industry for so many years, but I think it's so important to recognize this. To be human is to be offline again. So, a bit of quick background. I'm sort of 30 years in the tech sector, and I want to talk quickly about TalentLMS, just a little bit of flag waving. We've been in this industry for over 20 years. We've got 22 million learners globally that utilize our platform. Over 6,000 of our 12,000 customers are in the US. We have quite a few here today. We invited a few as well, and I was so proud to see customers that wasn't even aware we're going to be here today. Were here and came and shook our hand and had some great conversations. What I wanted to say was the fact that we are going through a journey ourselves. Where we are one and the same in the sense that where AI is transitioning and taking us. And so really wanted to close on that note and just say that we're all participants on this new wave of a new paradigm that's coming through with AI. And hopefully we can all sort of succeed together.